All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and we are back with some more Mel Gibson. Now, he ain't playing. He out here exposing Hollywood. And one thing about it that we know, man, Mel Gibson is like one of the greatest movie actors, man, of all time. He's one of the greatest. He's up there. And like I said, now, coming with this video, Mel Gibson exposes Oprah Winfrey. Questionable action for Hollywood elites. So we're finna go ahead and dive straight into this. Shout out to y'all for letting me know more about this video right here. Like I said, y'all hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody that's been showing so much love to the channel. Everybody that's leaving positive comments in the comment section. I want to even shout out everybody that just clicked on this video for the very first time. I appreciate you as well. Like I said before, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my videos that I got coming. So without further ado, let's dive straight into this and let's see what Mel Gibson had to say about Oprah Winfrey and exposing her. Let's go.
First time I really came over here, you know, I had a whole bunch of weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going on because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand.
You're 7 years old and someone is stroking you. It feels good.
Our future is our children. Now, the first step in eradicating this crime is awareness.
Okay.
The latest buzz in Tinseltown is all about Mel Gibson's explosive revelations in the film Sound of Freedom. Brace yourselves as Mel pulls back the curtain on the dark underbelly of Hollywood's elite, exposing their alleged involvement in the scandalous world of illicit human trade. And guess who's caught right in the middle of it? None other than the iconic Oprah Winfrey herself. So what exactly did Mel say?
Our future is our children.
Right.
Now, the first step in eradicating this crime is awareness.
In the glitzy world of Hollywood, where controversies and scandals are the talk of the town, it's surprising how one particular movie has managed to fly under the radar. Sound of Freedom, directed by Alejandro Gomez Monteverde, delves deep into the dark underbelly of illegal human trade, revealing the shocking methods employed by the elite to lure innocent victims into their sinister rings. But what's even more intriguing is the lack of buzz, press coverage, and endorsements surrounding this important film.
Why is a film starring a big actor, an established director, and being promoted by Mel Gibson is not being shown in cinemas?
It seems the message of the movie has ruffled some powerful feathers.
That's
Why,
crazy.
you ask? Well, in the movie, former action star Mel Gibson takes the lead role in Sound of Freedom, portraying the true story of ex-government agent Tim Ballard, who leaves the government to establish Operation Underground Railroad, dedicated to rescuing children from the clutches of illegal human trade rings. The film sheds light on the horrors of this abhorrent industry, aiming to raise awareness and mobilize action against it. However,
Right.
despite the urgency
Exactly.
of the topic, major streaming platforms like Amazon, Netflix, and Hulu shockingly rejected the movie, refusing to give it a platform for worldwide exposure.
Wow.
It's a puzzling move, considering these platforms are often at the forefront of promoting socially conscious content. However, despite the urgency of the topic, major streaming platforms like Amazon, Netflix, and Hulu shockingly rejected the movie, refusing to
That's
give it a
crazy.
platform for worldwide exposure.
That's crazy.
It's a puzzling move, considering these platforms are often at the forefront of promoting socially conscious content. Could it be that the film's explosive revelations hit a little too close to home for some? Adding fuel to the fire, celebrity voices that are typically quick to endorse woke causes have remained eerily silent about Sound of Freedom. It's as if the Hollywood elite have collectively turned a blind eye to a film that exposes their own industry's dirty secrets. The lack of support from these influential figures raises questions about their true commitment to social justice and human rights. But the intrigue doesn't end there. Sound of Freedom was initially in the hands of Disney, which acquired the rights after its merger with 21st Century Fox in 2019.
Okay.
However, the House of Mouse mysteriously shelved the project, leaving many to wonder why. Whispers in the industry suggest a more sinister motive behind the rejection and lack of promotion for Sound of Freedom. Accusations circulate that the likes of Disney, Netflix, and Amazon Prime deliberately avoided obtaining the rights to the film to allegedly prevent the truth about child AB and the illegal trade from reaching global viewers. Could it be an attempt to cover a specific group of industry elites? You see, these so-called industry big shots who wield immense power behind the scenes of Hollywood have always presented themselves as philanthropists with hearts of gold. But what if their true intentions were far more sinister than we could have ever imagined?
Imagine that stuff. that couldn't be the reason for why so-and-so was acting like, could it? And then you
Wow.
find out later on the track that you are exactly on track.
One such group of elites
Mel Gibson.
is the Good Club. This is the creme de la creme of global elites. According to The Guardian, this exclusive group of billionaire philanthropists holds top-secret meetings right in the heart of New York City. Names like Bill Gates, George Soros, Warren Buffett, Oprah Winfrey, David Rockefeller, and Ted Turner often grace the guest list. But also, lesser-known but equally wealthy figures like Eli and Edith Broad also make appearances, making us wonder what really goes on behind closed doors. Now, one name that sticks out is Oprah Winfrey. We all know her as the billionaire show host and
Yes, we do.
philanthropist with a name larger than life, right?
Yes, we do.
Wrong. Buckle up, because there's a side of Oprah that she'd rather keep hidden, and it's far from admirable. Is it possible that the Queen of Talk has a darker side that she doesn't want us to see?
What is
The
it?
highly anticipated film Sound of Freedom is set to expose the shocking methods used by the Hollywood elites to trap innocent victims. While the movie doesn't explicitly name Oprah, her alleged connections to notorious figures like Harvey Weinstein cannot be ignored. You see, despite Weinstein's long-standing reputation as a predator, Oprah maintained a close relationship with him. Speculation arose that she may have even encouraged actresses to work with him, leading to accusations of her complicity in the alleged misconduct.
Oprah, what is wrong with you?
These allegations conflicted with Oprah's public persona as a champion of women's empowerment and a supporter of the hashtag #MeToo movement. Some argued that her association with Weinstein demonstrated a double standard in her treatment of accused individuals. And this is not the worst of it all. One of Oprah's most notorious moves was her decision to feature the self-proclaimed healer and criminal extraordinaire, John of God, on her show. Picture this, a Brazilian healer who claims to possess spiritual powers and uses them to purportedly heal people. Sounds like something out of a Hollywood movie, right?
It
Well,
does.
in this case, reality turned out to be even stranger than fiction. John of God, as he came to be known, managed a healing facility in Brazil where vulnerable individuals sought solace and spiritual guidance. Little did they know that the man they were entrusting their well-being to had a dark and sinister side. It wasn't long before the truth about John of God's criminal activities came to light. Reports of SA and AB began to emerge, painting a chilling portrait of a man who shamelessly took advantage of those who sought his help. But what's truly mind-boggling is the role that Oprah played in catapulting John of God into the limelight. By featuring him on her
Golly.
show, she bestowed upon him a stamp of legitimacy, giving him access to a wider audience and inadvertently endorsing his criminal behavior. This eyebrow-raising incident took place back in 2010 during one of Oprah's attention-grabbing segments titled, "Do You Believe in Miracles?" Little did her audience know that the miracle they were about to witness was the rise of a criminal under the guise of a spiritual healer. Anyway, while Oprah did attempt to salvage her reputation by expressing empathy towards
This
the
is
brave women
crazy.
who came forward with allegations against John of God, it's clear that her involvement had already left an indelible mark. The damage had been done, and the sinister connection between
Bro, what the like Oprah did all this? I wouldn't even known that. With these crazy people and she endorsed what? This had to be exposed because I knew nothing about this. And I like the Oprah Winfrey. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know any of this. So Mel Gibson exposing, bro. Like, and it's crazy. I have said this on my last video. Like, I don't get why so many people, they said that Amazon, Netflix, and Hulu didn't even want to touch this movie. They didn't want to touch the movie. Like, I don't get it. Like, what is wrong with this movie? Everybody needs to see this movie. Don't you know the more people see this movie, it makes people want to protect their kids that much more. Make sure they don't let their kids just go somewhere by themselves or they at a park or something. You ain't letting your kid wander off. Stuff like this need to be showed. It need to be seen so people can be aware of what's going on in this world. So I don't see why, like they said before, the liberals and people in the media, some of the people in the media are downplaying this movie. I just don't, I don't get it. I really don't. And like half of this stuff in this video that Oprah, they showing that Oprah and did and what she's endorsing from these crazy people, I knew nothing about this. Man, this is crazy, y'all. Like, I just don't get it. Like, what is wrong with these people that's so against this movie. And if you see the comments been pretty good on this movie. Some people like, yes, Adogg, you need to go see this movie. Everybody needs to see this movie. So I don't see why Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, they didn't want nothing to do with it. It's crazy.
Oprah and this criminal healer would forever be etched in the annals of scandalous history.
She endorsed
and
criminals?
As if this is not bad enough already, Oprah Winfrey's Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa has always been a hotbed of controversy. In 2007, Oprah opened the Leadership Academy for Girls, inspired by Nelson Mandela and her promise to him. Little did anyone know that this venture would become a hotbed of controversy, stirring up whispers and skepticism from day one. As soon as news broke about Oprah's ambitious project, the South African government wasted no time in expressing their disdain. They criticized the exorbitant cost of the school and questioned its relevance in a country plagued by poverty. But did Oprah let that deter her? Not a chance. With an air of grandiosity and a touch of arrogance, she forged ahead, creating a glitzy institution that boasted luxurious salons and extravagant gyms. And that's when the conspiracy theories began to take flight. Whispers spread like wildfire, with many suggesting that the lavish school served as a front for something much darker: illegal human trade. The opulence and extravagance raised eyebrows and fueled suspicions that innocent young girls were being groomed for a life of exploitation. While no concrete evidence ever surfaced to support these scandalous claims, it's impossible to deny that the whispers added a layer of intrigue and suspicion to the already controversial academy. But it didn't stop there. Scandals and controversies soon plagued the institution, exposing a dark and seedy underbelly that Oprah had...
I'm looking at anybody like watching this and that's a big fan of Oprah Winfrey, like, I'm pretty sure they are saying the same thing I'm saying, like, what the world? Oprah was really connected with some of these people? Some of these 50 people? She was connected with some of these people? What? I'm telling y'all, like, I'm sitting here, I'm mind blown. Because I didn't know any of this. All I knew was Oprah, this nice lady that's a billionaire and stuff like this that kind of stay out of the way. I didn't know any of this. This is mind blowing to me, man. This is crazy. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it so far, but this is like shocking to me. I know some of you might be like, well, how you didn't know that? I didn't know. Because if I did, I'd say it at the beginning of this video. Man.
Fought so hard to keep hidden. One shocking incident involved an employee named Virginia, whose role involved overseeing the dormitories. It was discovered that she had engaged in highly inappropriate conduct with not one, but multiple students between the ages of 13 and 15.
Oh, God.
These vulnerable young girls, handpicked by Oprah herself, fell victim to the very person entrusted with their care. It was
hold on. Oprah handpicked these girls? Well, hold on now. Hold on.
Appropriate conduct with not one, but multiple students between the ages of 13 and 15. These vulnerable young girls, handpicked by Oprah herself, fell victim to the very person entrusted with their care. It was a stain on Oprah's reputation and a disturbing reflection of the Academy's inner workings. Desperate to salvage her image and protect the brand she had built, Oprah swooped in with a team of investigators to uncover the truth, but the darkness didn't dissipate with Virginia's scandal. Less than 2 years later, another controversy erupted within the walls of Oprah's Academy. Disturbing revelations emerged, shedding light on a culture of violence and intimidation among the students. It was revealed that a 15-year-old girl had been pressuring victims into silence, coercing them not to report the physical altercations to their parents or authorities.
So that was told not to say anything. See, and that's the thing, and that's the stuff like with some of these pedos and stuff. They try to scare a lot of the people that do this stuff too, and say you better not say nothing, you better not say nothing, and all that stuff, and have them scared to say something to their parents. That's why this movie is so important, because like I said, you need to watch it. So like I said, parents will be more careful with their kids. Make sure they don't just let their kids go out with anybody, and always just keep an eye on them. So man, this is. Man, I'm telling y'all, this is crazy, man. I'm telling you.
shedding light on a culture of violence and intimidation among the students. It was revealed that a 15-year-old girl had been pressuring victims into silence, coercing them not to report the physical altercations to their parents or authorities. Shockingly, 7 students were suspended for their involvement in intimidating behavior and inappropriate acts.
Wow.
Despite Oprah's attempts to address these issues, it seemed that the problems were deeply ingrained within the Academy's very foundation. Meanwhile, fans have not been shy about expressing their disgust for the alleged actions of these Hollywood elites. One fan commented, "She's a handler, and I'm happy to see more people are becoming aware of the toxic person she truly is." Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.
Wow. Whew. Like I said, man, there was a lot of crazy stuff in this video. Obviously, y'all heard what I had to say. This was crazy. I obviously didn't know that Oprah was like putting herself in between some of these people that was horrible and helping them and giving them a platform and stuff like this, man. And then like along with what I was saying about the movie, like Amazon and some of these networks not wanting to pick up this movie, didn't want to promote it, or they didn't want to have nothing to do with it. It was just crazy. I'm like, man. And this is a movie that everybody needs to see. But yet you got the liberals, you got people in media that's downplaying this movie, talking all this noise. And they once loved Tim Ballard. Loved him. They said the left loved him. They said this on Fox News. How much the left loved him. Then when he do this movie, oh, now forget him. We ain't studying him. We don't like this movie. It shouldn't be out there. When the man said he been catching pedos for the last 20-something plus years. So like I just don't get it. I really don't. But y'all let me know down below in the comment section what y'all think about it. And I want to thank you all for watching. Like I said, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.